Hello and welcome. Introduction. Now, before we start programming, we need to examine the EK-TM4C123GXL LaunchPad Evaluation Board. Now, from this point onwards, if you appreciate it, I will just refer to the hardware as the LaunchPad Evaluation Board. All right, then we also need to look at installing the Keil MicroVision 5 IDE software. We also need to install the Texas Instruments TivaWare for C series software. Then we also need to install the Stellaris ICDI drivers and the Stellaris ICDI add-on. Now I'll explain ICDI in a few moments. Now let's take a closer look at the LaunchPad Evaluation Board. Now here's a picture of the LaunchPad Evaluation Board. I've taken this from the user guide. Now you can download the user guide from the Texas Instruments website. I've included the link in the description. All right, so let's get back to the diagram or picture here. So this is the this part here is the ICDI. All right, now ICDI stands for in-circuit debug interface. So this part of the board is the ICDI. Now it consists the TM4C123GH6PM microcontroller. It also has a power switch here. You can power the whole board either from the power ICDI USB connector, which is this one here, or you can power it up from the USB connector device here. And also on this ICDI portion of the board, you also have a green LED to indicate the power. Let's come down to this part of the board. All right, now this part of the board, there are two user switch 1, user switch 2. And on this side of the board, there are 2 rows of male header pins. Opposite of it, there's another 2 rows of male header pins. Details of these header pins are coming very soon. And then we have also an RGB LED up here. And here is the other TM4C123GH6PM microcontroller. Now, this is the microcontroller that we will be using to develop our programs or code. And this one here on top here, this is the ICDI chip that we will be using to program or upload the code to this chip. All right, so this is the, if you like it, another word, the programmer part. All right, and I forgot to mention there is a reset switch in the ICDI portion of the board. Okay, so in this section of the video, I will briefly examine the TM4C123GH6PM pins. All right, so let's get started with this. Now, the first, I'm just going to randomly pick some of these pins on this chip. As you appreciate it, there's so many of them here. So I'm going to randomly just pick a few just to highlight certain things to you. And you can download this, the datasheet from the TI website. I've included it, the link in the description. All right. Also, just to repeat myself, this is taken out from the datasheet. Right, so the first pin I would like to look at is this PB6. Now, PB6 stands for port B bit 6. All right, that's where the PB comes from, port B bit 6. All right, so that's one of the pins. There are other pins that I would like to take you to take note, but anyway, first of all, the other one is to take note of these 3 pins. We'll come back to these 3 pins very soon. That is pin 29, pin 30, pin 31. So the numbers that are inside the box here, those are the pin numbers. All right, so pin 29 is actually PF1. What that is actually port F bit 1, and pin 30 is port F bit 2, PF2. Then pin 31, that is port F bit 3, PF3. So take note of this. All right, there's some of the pins have more than one function. For example, the pin 45 is port B bit 0. That's a port bit here, but it's also a USB 0 ID peripheral. It has the USB 0 ID peripheral function. So this pin here has 2 functions. Then there is this other one up here, pin 52. Note that it has 3 functions. First one is port C bit 0, hence PC0, but it's also a TCK. TCK is actually test clock pin, and also it's also a SWCLK. That would be serial wire clock. So pin 52 has 3 functions. So basically, that is some of the pins that of the this microcontroller. General purpose input-output GPIO header pins. Now, I've taken this picture of the board from this particular website. I have included this website link in the description. All right, so let's take a look at the header pins. So in this section, that's what I'm interested in. I'm interested only in the header pins. Now, these are the male header pins. So let's take a look at this first set of header pins here. This is J1. All right, so this is known as J1 header pins. The numbers here are the pin numbers. So J1 pin 2 is connected to port B, bit 5 of the microcontroller, as we talked about earlier. All right, and then let's take another one. J1 pin 5, which is this one here, is connected to port E, bit 4 of the microcontroller. And then let's take another one. So this is J1 pin 10, that is connected to port A, bit 7 of the microcontroller. Let's move on to this other set of pins here. All right, this is the J3 header pins. Now J3 pin 23, that is connected to port D, bit 0 of the microcontroller, and J3 pin 27 is connected to port E, bit 1 of the microcontroller. On the other side, this side here, this is J2 header pins. J2 pin 19, that is connected to port B, bit 2 of the microcontroller. And then J2 pin 13 is connected to port A, bit 4 of the microcontroller. And then finally, this set of header pins here is J4, and you have J4 pin 40 connected to connected to port F, bit 2 of the microcontroller. Let's take another one. J4 pin 33 is connected to port D, bit 6 of the microcontroller. Now this is the reverse side of the board, the back side. So this is J2, a female version of the male. Then this is J4 header pins. And this is J1. And finally, this is J3. So just take note that the reverse side is the female versions of the header pins. The onboard LEDs and switches. Now in this section of the video, I'm going to briefly examine the schematics of the onboard LEDs and switches. Here is the schematic taken out from the LaunchPad Evaluation Board user guide. So let me just highlight this part and let me magnify this portion here. Now take a look at the LEDs first. So LED red, LED blue, and LED green. So it's LED R, LED B, LED G respectively. Now LED R is connected to PF1, that is port F bit 1, and the blue LED, LED B, is connected to PF2, port F bit 2, and finally LED G, green, is connected to port F bit 3. And then looking at the user switch interface, use USR SW1, that is the user switch 1, that's connected to port F bit 4, and user switch 2, USR SW2, that's connected to port F bit 0. All right, so here we have a little bit more detail of the schematic of the LEDs. So you notice there are transistors being used to drive the LEDs. All right, so these 3 transistors driving the RGB LEDs. And then here are the schematic for the switch interface. Software. Installing requires software. Now in this section of the video, we're going to look at installing the Keil Microvision IDE and also the Keil Microvision software pack. Then we need to look at also how to install TivaWare for C series, and then installing Stellaris ICDI drivers, and then finally Stellaris ICDI AddOn. Installing Keil Microvision. Now, to install Keil Microvision, you need to go to this website, and the link to this, you can use this link to get to this website. I've included the link in the description. So once you get to this website or this page, all you need to do is scroll down. All right, and you look for this option, download Keil Microvision, and then you click on this option here, and it'll bring you to the MDK Community Edition web page. Once you see this web page, you scroll down and look for this link here. It's a little bit small, so I'm going to enlarge it. So this is the link. You click on this link. It's easy to miss out, but believe me, this is the link you want. You click on it, and you'll come to this page where you find the download Keil MDK option. Now don't click on this yet. Scroll down and look for this. Enter the following serial number in the product serial number PSN field. Now make a note of this number. All right, and store it somewhere. You'll need this later on to get the license, so make a note of that. Now scroll back up, and this time once you made the note of the PSN, then go back to the go up the page and then click on the download button, and then it'll bring you to this page when it says Keil MDK version 6 community edition is now available. You fill in, you complete this form. Make sure you give them a valid email address. That's important. Then you select your country, and I think this is optional, the phone number. Anyway, once you've done that, once you fill in this all this information, scroll down and then click on submit. And then it will bring you to this page where you'll find this link, mdk539.exe. Now at the time of recording this video, it's the end of March 2024. So that if you view this video later than that date, then this might be different. Anyway, so you click on this. All right, you click on this, and then it will wants to store it in a folder. So you store it in a folder of your choice. You click save. Now, once you save your file in the folder, what you need to do then is double click on this file. All right, double click on that, and the installation will start. Now, once you see this, you click on next. You'll bring it to this box. What you need to do now is to check this box here that you agree to all the terms, and then click on next. You come to this other box here, you fill in the well, it's by default it's all done. Make sure this is checked, and then click next. And then you need to fill in your name and company. If you have none, you just put none, and then your valid email address, and then you click on next, and the installation will begin. All right. Then in the process, during the process of installation, this will pop up. This is the U-Link drivers. It will ask you whether you want to install, although we may not be using the U-Link drivers, but it's best just to install that. So click on install, and then finally it says finish. So you click on finish, and then this pops up. All right, this is the Keil Pack installer. Okay, now click on OK. Now go to the top left corner here where you see the search box. Now we need to go search for the device that we are using, or the microcontroller that we are using. So the microcontroller that we're using is a Texas Instrument. So the first option you have is to scroll down, look for Texas Instrument, which is here, expand it, and then look for, just scroll down, look for the Tiva C series, and then expand that, and then scroll down, and the device that the microcontroller that we're using is the TM4C123 series. So expand this. Right, scroll down. You may need to just like slide this a little bit further. Look down, and we are looking for TM4C123GH, so which is this one here, this guy here. So it's TM4C123GH6PM. This selected. All right. and then you move across to this side and you look for the installer pack. So the pack is this one here. All right. Now I have already updated my pack, so that's why you can see this symbol here, a diamond shaped symbol here that is green. Now if it is not installed, you'll get this, all right, a gray, I think it's called diamond shape anyway, this, and it says install. Now if it is not installed, now since that I have installed it and it's up, it will show green and it says up to date. All right, so make sure you install that, and if you could do that, then you would have installed the Keil package. Okay, so the last thing we want to resolve is the licensing issue. So go to the toolbar, go to File, scroll down, and locate the license management option. Click on it, and the license management dialog box will pop up. Then go to Get a License or LIC via Internet. Click on that. All right, and it should bring you to this website. All right, so you get this website, single user license, and then the first option is the computer ID that will be assigned by the website. Then the second part here, where it asks for the product serial number, PSN. Remember, I advised you to make a copy of that earlier. So what you need to do is copy that number and paste it into this box. Then you need to give the PC description. This is the name of your PC. You can get it in the system information of your laptop or your desktop environment. All right, and then you have to fill in this lengthy application form. All right, once you've done it, you click on submit. They would then Keil Microvision will send you a license via the email. So make sure when you give an email, you give them a valid email address. All right, once you get the license from the email, you go back to the Keil Microvision, then copy that license number that you receive via email and paste that into this box. Once you've done that, you then close it, and that's it. That's your license management taken care of. Installing TivaWare for C series. Now, to download TivaWare for C series, type this into Google, and you will see this link here. Now, this is a SW-TM4C Software Development Kit SDK. So click on this link, and it will bring you to this page here, and it says SW-TM4C TivaWare for C series complete, and scroll down, and you'll find this option here, this download options, and it reads here SW-TM4C TivaWare for C series complete. Go to download options, click on it, and it brings you to this page, and then scroll down a little bit and you'll see this link here, SW-TM4C-2.2.0.295.exe. Now click on this link, and it brings you to this login page. All right, and then go for next. If you have registered before, like I did, you will get to this page. But if you have not registered, you may need to fill in a form, online form, before you get here. But anyway, this is where you once you register and then you get your password, you log in. And you come to this page where it's a US government export approval. You need to fill this fields in. And once you've done that, it asks you what end equipment / application will you use this file for. Choose civil, and then it says I certify that the following is true. You need to read through this until you get to the bottom, and then it says I certify all the above is true, and then you select yes option, and then you submit. And it comes up to this page where it says TI request. You have been approved to receive this file. Click download to proceed, and this is the download. So you click on this, and you'll find the file for you to download. Now I have already downloaded it. That's what, but for the purpose of this video, I will just save it, and that's it. It's downloading. Once it's downloaded, you can click on Show in Folder option, and you should see your file that you have downloaded. Okay, so once you downloaded the file, double-click on it to start installing. Now you should see this dialog box appearing. Just click on Next, and you see this box here. Click on Next, and then when you come to this particular dialog box, make sure you agree to the terms of the licensing agreement, and then click on Next, and then click Next. And then finally, you click on Install, and the software will then start installing. Eventually, it will finish, and then you click on Finished. Installing Stellaris drivers. To install the Stellaris drivers, you need to first download the drivers. Okay, so to download Stellaris ICDI drivers, type this into the Google search box, and you should come up to this, or rather this should pop up somewhere in your search, and you click on this link, ti.com Stellaris_ICDI_ driver or library. So click on this link, and it will bring you to this page here, Texas Instrument page, and there's a description of what the download is about. So once you see this, look for this SW-ICDI-drivers. So click on download. All right, so you come up to this page and look for Stellaris ICDI drivers bracket zip. So click on this link. Because I already have downloaded it prior to this, so I'm going to cancel it. But for you, if this is your first time, you click on Save, Well, you put this really into a folder of your choice. All right, so whatever folder you choose, you click save, and it will save it into that folder. Now, because I have saved it into my folder, so I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to bring my folder across, as you can see, it's here. So you unzip it, and you would then get this Stellaris _ICDI _drivers. All right, unzip this file that you have downloaded, and you should get this folder. And in this folder, the drivers are in there. Once you download the drivers, make a note of the location of the drivers once you have extracted the zip file. Next, you need to open up the device manager and look for other devices. Take note, there are two options here, and both have a yellow triangle display. Basically, this is a warning that you need to update the drivers. So you select the first option and then right-click, and then select this Browse My Computers for Drivers. Now, in this search box here, you navigate using the Browse button to the location of your drivers. If you remember where you have kept them, then you can type it in. And then once you've done that, either navigate to the drive location or you type it in, you click Next. This will then pop up asking you whether you would like to install the software. You select and click Install, and then installation will start and progress. And then once it's done, you should see this Stellaris ICDI JTAG/SWD interface. And the other option is still showing up here. You right-click on that. All right, you right-click on that, and in the search box, you navigate to the location of your drivers, and then click Next. Once it's all done, successfully updated your drivers, you close, and you should see these two. You should see the Stellaris in-circuit debug interface updated. So the first one is Stellaris ICDI DFU device, and then Stellaris ICDI JTAG/SW interface. Installing Stellaris ICDI add-on. Now, to install Stellaris ICDI add-on, you need to first download the Stellaris ICDI add-on. Okay, so to download the Stellaris ICDI add-on, type that in to the Google search box, and then once you got it, then look at the first link provided. It says Microvision Stellaris ICDI debug adapter support. Now click on this. It brings you to the ARM developer website. Scroll down, and you see the MDK Stellaris ICDI addon.exe file. Now click on this. It's taking a while to respond. All right, so now store this file into a folder of your choice. All right. Yeah, wait. Okay, so this story, save this onto a folder of your choice. I've already had it, so do you want to replace it? For the sake of this video, I'll say yes. And once it's downloaded, all right, you can check it out in the folder. Okay, so make a note where you have stored or saved your add-on software. All right, here it is, downloaded in the folder of your choice. So you double click on this MDK underscore Stellaris underscore ICDI underscore addon.exe. So double click on that, and a dialog box will appear. You click on next, then you come to another dialog box. You tick this, you check this, I agree to all terms of the preceding license agreement, and then click next. And then you'll come up to this other dialog box. You click next, and then you fill in this dialog box, you fill in the necessary information, and then click next. And then finally it says it has performed all requested operations successfully. You click finish. Hey, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Please join me in the next video where I will show you how to program the Tiva C LaunchPad in assembly language. Bye.